From today, June the 6th, 2017, when this proclamation is signed, the North, a critical player in the Nigerian project, hereby declares that it will no longer be disposed to coexisting with the Igbos and shall take definite steps to end the partnership by pulling out of the current federal arrangement. 2. This conclusion is necessitated by the realization that it since ceased to be comfortable or safe to continue sharing the same country with the ungrateful, uncultured Igbos who have exhibited reckless disrespect for the other federating units and stained the integrity of the entire nation with their insatiable criminal obsessions. 3. Rather than certain sections holding the whole country to ransom at every stage, each should be allowed to go its own way, as we categorically proclaim today that the North is fed up with being the same country with this pack of acrimonious Igbo partners. 4. The North hereby openly calls on the authorities and other national and international stakeholders to acknowledge this declaration by taking steps to facilitate the final dissolution of this hopeless union that has never been convenient to any of the parties. Prelude to final separation. 1. Recovery and control of landed property. As a first step, since the Igbo have clearly abused the unreciprocated hospitality that gave them unrestricted access to and ownership of landed properties all over the North, our first major move shall be to reclaim, assume, and assert sole ownership and control of these landed resources currently owned, rented, or in any way enjoyed by the ingrate Igbos in any part of northern Nigeria. Consequently, officials of the signatory groups to this declaration are already mandated to commence immediate inventory of all properties, spaces, or activity in the North currently occupied by the Igbos for forfeiture at the expiration of the ultimatum contained in this declaration. In specific terms, the groups are directed to compile and forward an up-to-date data of all locations occupied by any Igbo in any part of northern Nigeria, including schools, markets, shops, workshops, residencies, and every other activity spaces. 2. Relocation notice. Secondly, with the effective date of this declaration, which is today, Tuesday, June the 6th, 2017, all Igbos currently residing in any part of northern Nigeria are hereby served notice to relocate within 3 months, and all northerners residing in the east are advised likewise. 3. Enforcement. All northern civil society and pressure groups are by this declaration mandated to mobilize for sustained coordinated campaigns at their respective state government houses, state houses of assembly, local government council secretariats, and traditional palaces to mount pressure for steps to be taken to ensure enforcement of the directives contained herein. Conclusion. In conclusion, we are hereby placing the northern authorities, the Nigerian authorities, and the entire nation on notice that as from the 1st October 2017, we shall commence the implementation of visible actions to prove to the whole world that we are no longer part of any federal union that should do with the Igbos. From that date, effective, peaceful, and safe mop-up of all the remnants of the stubborn Igbos that neglect to heed this quit notice shall commence to finally eject them
Nigeria
from every part
has no name. Nigeria means nothing in Igbo language. It doesn't mean anything in Ibibio language. It means nothing in Ijo language. It means nothing in Efik. It means nothing in Urobo. It means nothing in Ishekiri. It means nothing in Edo. It means nothing in Yoruba. It means nothing in Hausa. It means nothing in Tiv language. It means nothing. Nigeria is a name given to people in Africa by a European man. It is not your name. Can anybody tell us who formed Hausa? Can anybody tell us who formed Yoruba? Can anybody tell us who formed Fulani, they grew as a result of an organic process. When man tampers with the work of God, the nonsense happening in the zoo is what you receive.
No. When you take the history of Nigeria, from the very beginning, when we were amalgamated, to the very beginning we became a nation, we got it altogether wrong. You bring in people of different culture, different beliefs, different socialization, different milieu, different outlooks, merge them together by force to form a nation.
Yes. Thank you very much. Comes back to her because she said no other person.
It is not possible. It is not possible. This persecution of the Igbo people, this orchestrated, almost global persecution of the people stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we are facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yes. Thank you very much.
We are serving under their flag, one Nigeria, and the Arabic inscription, or should I say the motto of Ottoman Danfodio, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. You don't know that the Nigerian emblem, the army emblem of Nigeria, is the motto of Ottoman Danfodio that he used to conquer Hausa people. You don't know that it is there. That's what they're using. You're fighting under the banner of your country. It's not possible. It's not possible. This persecution of the Igbo people, this orchestrated, almost global persecution of the people stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we are facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less.
The White House Post quotes President Trump's October 31, 2025, statement designating Nigeria a country of particular concern for religious freedom, citing thousands of Christians killed by radical Islamists and calling for immediate congressional investigation into the mass slaughter. This addresses documented persecution, with Open Doors reporting Nigeria accounts for nearly 70% of global Christian murders in 2024, over 4,000 deaths, primarily by Boko Haram and Fulani militants, displacing 5 million and destroying 9,100 churches. Reactions split along lines of support from U.S. conservatives like Senator Ted Cruz praising the action, Nigerian government denials of targeted genocide, and critics highlighting perceived U.S. inconsistencies in Middle East policies. The Secretary Rubio's post endorses President Trump's designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern for religious freedom, highlighting the slaughter of thousands of Christians by radical Islamists and Fulani militias, with Open Doors reporting over 5,000 Christian deaths in 2024 alone amid escalating jihadist violence. The statement references Trump's directive to Congress for investigation, potentially leading to U.S. sanctions or aid restrictions, as urged by Representative Riley Moore and Senator Ted Cruz, building on Nigeria's long-standing status as the global epicenter of Christian martyrdom per International Christian Concern data.
Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Welcome to Biafra Battle Cry TV, under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB leader. Be part of history, every voice matters. Watch as everyday Nigerians speak truth to power and rally behind the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu Now movement.